Uh, well, the JMU series was definitely a good one for us. We pitched awfully well all weekend long. Some of the highlights there on the pitching staff, Matt Davenport's performance on Friday, garnered pitcher of the week in the league. Retired, I think, the last 19 hitters in a row. Did a really nice job and continuing to throw strikes, get early contact. He's not striking out a lot of guys, but just getting early contact and getting some soft contact from people. So Matty did a great job. On Saturday, it was really good to see, some guys get back into the mix, and Brett Kohler was one of them who got out there, and Jay McCarthy's continuing to throw the ball well, and again, just doing a really nice job of holding our opponent at bay, giving our offense a chance to come through with some clutch hits. We fell behind in that JMU game, the second JMU game, and we're able to come back late, but it really had to do with the pitchers giving us that opportunity on that day. And then on Sunday, same thing. We, they got to Matt Wainman a little bit early. We got him out, and our bullpen came through again, including John Sheehan came back and threw another nice inning for us. And John Farrell had two clean saves for us, which was really nice to see. 3 up, 3 down in the ninth, and on both Saturday and Sunday. The other things that sort of stand out is, we had played very well defensively all weekend. I think we only made one error in all 3 games. And we got some timely hitting, on Saturday for sure. Tad Bowers 2 out or 2 strike home run to put us ahead was the difference in the game. And then on Sunday as well, we fell behind 2-0 in that game, and we were able to come back, scrap our way back into the game, and get some key hits with guys on base. Ryan Williams hit a home run, and then we got some hits with guys on base late in the game to kind of seal it. So definitely very pleased with the way things turned out at JMU. We certainly can be better than we played there, but the bottom line is it's a conference weekend. We haven't had too much success against those guys lately. We haven't played awfully well at up in Harrisonburg, and to be the first team in William & Mary baseball history to sweep a series at JMU, certainly we felt pretty good about that. Well, my thought process on last night's game, we just need to play better. We need to approach every game the same way, and we need to have the same sort of intensity. It just wasn't there last night, and we made a nice bid in the ninth to come back, but we shot ourselves in the foot throughout the entire game, and I think our guys, hopefully, we learned a lesson from last night that you can't, you got to respect all your opponents. You got to come in and you got to understand that everyone has a chance to win on any given day. And last night, we just didn't do enough. We just did not play well enough last night. Pitched okay, played okay defensively, but we just, I think we had 9 hits, but it felt like we had 2 hits. They didn't walk anybody. We just, we struck out 9 times last night. Just had some really bad at bats and couldn't string anything together last night. So hopefully we learned our lesson. And obviously going into this weekend, anytime you play any of the teams in the CAA, it's a great challenge. And these midweek games are supposed to be a tune-up going into the weekend and kind of get you some momentum. But we even with the Quinnipiac series the week before, I didn't think we played all that well against Quinnipiac, and we got away with a couple of wins against those guys. Norfolk State played a pretty damn good game last night against us, and we didn't play very well. So we need to turn this around quick. They struggled last year. They struggled early and often, and then they started to turn some things around by the end of the year. They started to play a lot better. I thought they would be one of the most improved teams in the league this year, and so far, I think they won their first weekend series, and then I think they dropped 3 last weekend. But I think, without question, they're a team. When we played them, I think we swept them last year, but all 3 games were close. And, they're going to be a tough team. They're one of the better offensive teams in the league, and they're really difficult to beat in their own park, too. Very, very difficult. We haven't had an awful lot of success up at George Mason in my experience. So, you know, they'll be very difficult. They've got their number one arm back from an injury from last year, and like I said, they're swinging the bats. You know, you look at their statistics, and their numbers are, you know, much better than our numbers offensively. So they're going to be a true test for us this weekend. And like I said earlier in this interview, you know, we need to have a good practice today on Thursday, and be ready to go. We got to turn this thing around pretty quickly.